Ergonomics plays a very important role in companies. However, it is not always given the necessary importance. That is why an industry thermoforming process will be analyzed to demonstrate different factors to improve the current situation. First of all, we are going to talk about Grupo Desmadure. Grupo Desmadure is a company committed to its client, society, and the environment. The company was established in 2001, starting the commercialization of acrylic sheet and other plastics. In a short time, they began to enter to industry transformation with a larger coating, thermoforming, and glue processes, fulfilling it in time and form to the requirements of the acrylic market. Grupo Desmadure is located in Toluca and Mexico, but their products can be found in Mexico and Latin America. The description of the process. The service that will be analyzed is the thermoforming, which is a process that consists of heating a plastic plate or sheet so that when softened it can adapt to the shape of a mold by anticipatory action, vacuum, or with a counter mold. When a material is heated to a suitable temperature and time, it can take predetermined shapes.
As we already know, there are many ergonomic tools that help to evaluate different work situations that arise. However, the ergonomic tool used was Roger for its capacity to evaluate many specific characteristics of the worker, such as his arm, legs, or the position of his neck while doing the task. After analyzing the video by the Rogers method, the necessary action will be taken to avoid possible illness in the future, proposing improvements so that the operator can have a better work environment. The ergonomic tool we use to analyze the situation is the Rogers method. This method for job analysis is most appropriate to evaluate the risk for fatigue accumulation in tasks that are performed for an hour or more and where a work posture or frequency extension are present. Based on the risk of fatigue, a priority for change can be assigned to the task. If points obtained is 1 to 4, the priority for change is light. If points obtained is 5 to 7, the priority for change is moderate. If points obtained is 8 to 9, the priority for change is high. If the points obtained is 10, the priority for change is very high.
The procedure of this ergonomic tool consists of the evaluation of three factors of each body segments. These factors are effort level, effort duration, and its frequency. Each factor has the possibility to acquire values between 1 and 3. For the effort level, the score to be assigned will be 1 if it is low, 2 if it is moderate, and 3 if it is heavy. In effort duration, the score will be 1 if it is between 0 and 5 seconds, 2 if it is between 6 and 20 seconds, and 3 if it is greater than 20 seconds. And the frequency, the score will be 1 if it is between 0 and 1 minute, 2 if it is between 2 and 5 minutes, and 3 if it is greater than 5 minutes. It depends on the evaluator perspective. This is the score of the Rogers ergonomic analysis, and how can we observe the parts of the body with higher priority are the neck with the score of 9 and the great hands and fingers with the score of 8. It is because we observe that the worker the most of the time has his neck in a ground posture, and his hands are moving very frequently and with effort. As I already mentioned, with the results of this evaluation, we obtained the neck has a high priority. This means that an immediate study of posture must be carried out. At the same way, the area of the great hands and fingers needs a study of the activities that the operator has to be done to avoid general illness in the future.
In problem proposal, the one on the left is the original layout, explaining that the arrows marked is the route that marketh the machine to the part where they are left. As used in the blue arrows makes the route to take the piece stack. In the red arrows is the route where it is deposited, and finally in the green arrows returns to grab a bag are returns to where he deposits the pieces. That is the route. On the right is layout, the proposal, where one of the implementation will be a curve that is a close to move the pieces stack. One option will be to keep the same thermoforming machine, implementing automatic hook to bring the pieces within reach, and the other option, that is the most suitable, would be to replace the thermoforming machine by a more automatic one, where the overhead track buttons will do the function of opening, moving, lowering, and raising the upper pane. Risk eliminated any injury from too many repetitions of climbing a ladder. Avoid possible accident in case of pieces collapsing in the aisle. Avoiding neck injuries and fatigue. Avoiding lower back injuries. Implementation cost. Platform trolley with steel cover 9,800 pesos. Winch 12 volt 2,500 for towing, includes universal base of 3,599 pesos. And the other option will be the automatic thermoforming machine of 620,000 pesos. Anthropometric specification. An anthropometric study was carried out to determine the measure that should be taken into consideration to modify either in the thermoforming machine itself or in the acquisition of an automated thermoforming machine to it. 10 different people were merged for an anthropometric study. There it was merged, resulting in 174.10 at the percentile 99. The watt of the ice, which had a result of 161.50 in the percentile 99. The shoulder height, which had a result of 146.10 in the percentile 99. The elbow height, height with height and result of 111.20 in the percentile 99.
Continuing with the anthropometric specifications, here are the interpretation of the results. The height for the top of the machine, that is the iron who hits the plastic, should be at the eye level for a best vision, and the 95 percentile tells us that it should be at 161.55 centimeters. The bottom of the machine should be at the height of the elbows for a more comfortable movement. The 95 percentile says that it should be at 111.20 centimeters. And finally, the card that was proposed as an upgrade must have a limit of finished parts for it to be transferred to a warehouse. The limit pieces should be based on the shoulder height for a proper placement of the finished product. And the 95 percentile says that it should be at 146.10 centimeters. Here are some DTAs possibly eliminated by considering the proposed improvements. First, we have the thoracic outlet syndrome that can be considered since the activity is repetitive and constant when the worker have to pull the upper part of the machine. Also, the bursitis can occur in all the joints, but in this case can mainly happen in the elbow due to the repetitive movements that the workers makes. Then in the rotator cuff, tendonitis can occur to the worker due to tendon wear due to shoulder movements that he makes. Also, the carpal tunnel syndrome can be caused by the improper posture, overstress, and the repetitive movements that the workers creates. And finally, the elbow bursitis can be caused by the repeated contraction of the muscles of the forearm and the workers uses to extend and elevate his hands and wrists. It's very important that the worker is recognized for the great importance that he has within the company, since this is the one who daily meets the production demands that the company must daily satisfy. And that's why the work area that the workers have must be with measures suitable to their features and characteristics, since this is where they will spend most of the time during the working day.